Now we all know Poetic is known for the Affinity series, and thank goodness they sent it to me for review on the LG G5. I reviewed several cases on the LG G5, but at this point, I like how they're doing now. They're putting these little cards in here. It's pretty cool. At this point, I was kind of wondering how this would play with the G5. So I'm happy to say all of the Affinity cases that I've reviewed from Poetic have been phenomenal, and this one is no exception. Wow. Poetic, the Affinity series is probably one of the best series of cases you could purchase. And I'm not just saying that because this is a review unit. I've actually purchased several Poetic cases. Before I started reviewing them, I was actually purchasing them. And then one day they reached out to me and said, hey, you can actually review our product. And I was like, oh, great. But for the G5 and the Affinity series, it's not going to add a lot of bulk to the phone. And I like their cases because I can put a tempered glass on here, and I think it's going to look phenomenal. You've got the grip on the sides, like all Affinity cases. I've got several Affinity cases, so they pretty much look the same standard. You've got, it just depends on the phone, but you've got all ports in here lined up. The charging sync cable area there should be wide enough for all types of charging cables. I love the subtle Poetic branding down there. And the P is still there. Poetic still puts their big P in the middle. It's on everything. Volume rocker is covered. Ports on the top here are open. IR blaster microphone and headphone jack, and that is it. The camera and fingerprint reader are open. So let's snap this together here. I reviewed a case the other day for the G5 by Spigen. Can't get my words out. And it's a modular case. But like I said, you know, that case, I won't be able to use a tempered glass. I don't know that I'll be able to use a tempered glass with this one. We shall see. But the Spigen case kind of is pushing against the glass a little bit, and it kind of leaves like a little film or marks there. But this case, however, is cut just right for the device. Really solid case. I love that it doesn't add a lot of bulk. And I gotta say, the Spigen case is the best case scenario as far as build quality. Like, it's a modular phone, so you would think we'd have a modular case. But, you know, that's the first one that I've seen, so it's gonna take some work. I still think it's the best case scenario for a modular phone is to have a modular case. However, the Affinity case, if you're not into that, the Affinity case is gonna be one of your best options. Like all fashion, Poetic does a fantastic job with the build quality on these things. I mean, they are really, let me zoom a little bit, they are really good. It's good quality. Very good quality. They feel good on the phones, man. They have that grip that you want. It's just a really, really good case. I guess you should power on, I haven't powered it on. This is a really, really, really solid case, man. Cutouts around the camera match up perfectly fine. It's got a little bit of indentation there, a little bit of lip there, and around here as well. But it's gonna work out fine. I think I'll go ahead and use this one because I have a tempered glass coming, and I want to be able to use that tempered glass, and I can't do it with other cases, some of the other case that I have from Spigen. But nonetheless, the Poetic Affinity series case is always on point. And no matter which phone it is, it looks the same, it performs the same. I've actually dropped phones in the Affinity cases before, and it definitely saved me from a lot of headaches with scratches and dings and things like that. And screens didn't crack because I had tempered glasses on those particular devices. Nonetheless, I'll put one on here and we'll see how that plays. I don't know that I'll be able to use a tempered glass with this case either because of the way the G5 is built, but we shall see. This is the LG G5 Poetic Affinity series. It's your man Jay Will. Stay tuned for more from Poetic. We'll see you in the next one.